All right. See if this works. Probably won't. Okay. Something up with this. Probably. Try that. I'll just do that. Doesn't need to know what's being dropped. Something's still broken. Hmm. Downloads. Sleepy this morning. Doodle-up. Do. Why is my thing not working? Kind of annoying, but I guess I'll deal. All right, back to this. Is okay. Board. I don't know what any of this shit is. This, okay, is the pop-up. Ugh. Okay, what are we trying to do here? Save branches seen. Inventory, items, ingredients. Gotta change all of these, man. Actually, we're gonna do the same thing we did before. Ugh. Bar, mercury, salt, sulfur. Da, 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 ba, ba. All right, I gotta see if that works. Why is everything always bad? Okay, please don't break anymore. Oh, you're breaking more. You mean you couldn't preload that? It's literally right there. Oh my god. Inventory item. Okay. At least that's not a terrible fix. My god. Hi. Potion. Potion. Where the fuck are you? Just... Oh, okay. Whatever. Whatever. I'm going to scream. Quick load. Ocean. Quick load. All of these referencing the wrong fucking path. Aldrin, ready. Different names, right? There we go, finally. So that part isn't working. Let's see. Ingredients used, ingredient legend. So that has item. Has item, has item, has item. Why are you not? Is it because the signal's not being emitted? Try again. Okay, so those are getting triggered. Oh, those are actually showing up. Where are they? Oh, they just got shunted off into nowhere. Hey, 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 hey. Hey. Not what I meant to do. That's also not what I meant to do. Oh god, so much stuff. Um, and then the crafting. Yeah, so it's using the textures to identify everything. Ugh. Okay. Inventory item. Cauldron. Recipes. Health potion is salt. Soul. On craft pressed. Uh, since it's context-based routing, or I don't know where the hell I just got that term from. Since it's order-specific recipes, I can do some stuff here. Do 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 do. So, I'm getting a reference to the display panels. The display panels. Texture rect equals data. Why are they only storing? Okay, so let's go to the inventory UI. Okay, I see what they're doing. Kind of not good. Name, quantity, display. Quantity. Weirdly redundant. Center container, color rect. God, I was fixing all this. Change type, panel, container. Take the color from this first. Giving it somewhat of a defined border. Get rid of this color rect. Center container, panels redundant. Actually, all of this is redundant. I just I see. Name. Forget how it looks. Let's open this up. Do, 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 do. Hmm. Mhm. Yeah, we should shorten this much less. But it- the texture. I mean, I'll just do this. Make these tool scripts too. Work anyway. Mm. Mm. Hello? Is my mic not working? Sorry, I've been hard focusing. Ooh. I don't know how to get rid of you. Okay, whatever. Let's keep fixing this. Anger. Leave that for now. Put in Zaket. Owl. Salamander. And we'll just leave it at that for now. Ow. Hi, DK. Okay, good. How's it going? Now that I can actually be heard. Going well, that's good. This game is for the Pirate Software Game Jam. It is, the theme is alchemy and shadows, so we have made a tower defense game that is preceded by a potion making game sort of thing. So you get requests for different potions, and you can either spend your resources solving these problems of the townspeople with your alchemy, or summoning familiars. If you solve the townspeople's problems, then that reduces the enemies you get during this part. It reduces the shadows that come at night. But you also need to spend your resources, the different alchemical ingredients here, on summoning familiars, which act as your towers in the tower defense portion. Yeah, it's pretty simple in general. Just a tower defense game, dealio. It's a cool idea. Thanks. We kind of just had it and ran with it. And I've mainly been coding this tower defense portion, and now I'm sort of helping clean up this the potion part of it. Yeah, I made a little random path generator so that we could have different levels without it being too much of a hassle. It's always just fun to watch. Yeah, we're like halfway through the jam. We're still trying to get a lot of the stuff in working order, but we're pretty close to an actual playable demo. You like the path generation? It's fun to watch. I like path generation stuff, or not path generation, but procedural generation stuff. So I've done a lot of it in my free time, just as like hobby projects. And something I always do now, because it just looks cooler, is make it so that it plays out in real time. Like, you could do all of this in the back end and then it just appears, but I made it so that it goes step by step each frame, so that way you can actually see it happening, because it's always just fun to watch. I do need to fix some stuff. I probably need to do like a check at each step on neighboring tiles so that it doesn't like miss it by one and then come back around like this. Although it's kind of funny looking. I might just need to add little inlet and outlet nodes. But yeah, I don't know. You did a lot of path gen stuff for university. That's cool. I have not done any sort of like coding education. I I haven't done school or anything like that. Um, you don't need it. Yeah. I managed fine. Other people, you know, I think it can be helpful for. I've always been very not anti-school, but not very it never gelled well with me. Yeah, you get that. I feel like a lot of people who do programming and stuff end up kind of doing it on their own. There's not a very good technical education out there, so the people who really get into it just kind of are like, well, not a better option than just doing it. Apparently I need typing classes. I felt like university kept doing something whenever you weren't motivated, but I am motivated actually ends up limiting me and helping. Yeah, I get that. I feel like a lot of people in the technical space worry a lot about like this constant production. Because technology is a relatively new field in general. And so much of it is focused on just like how much can you output. And I've always been like, you know, maybe if you're not motivated, there might just be like something else in your life going on. There might be medical stuff. There might be just like you're stressed about living and, you know, making money, as everyone is. There's kind of just this like constant grind that comes with a lot of the mindsets of technical people. Yeah, let's maybe center button. Not that. Where's shrink center? Yeah, there we go. Margin contain. You like the tiny one? Yeah. How about this? Do you want 1,000,000 of them? 1,000,000 tiny ones? A million seamless meeting. How often do the game jams run, by the way? I feel like I'm pretty late for this one, even though technically I started making something. The game jams, so this one specifically is a pirate software game jam. He runs a couple a year, I think like 2 or something. He's been kind of increasing in frequency because he recently blew up and now has a ton of money and a ton of time to do this stuff. Well, he had a ton of time before, I guess, but yeah, it's kind of just depends on what you're looking for, because there's a lot of other people who do game jams like constantly. It's a very common thing. All of these colors are so ugly. I'm gonna go around eventually and just put everything to a what's it called? Palette. Guess you just need to look for them a bit more. Yeah, it's kind of annoying. There's not a lot of like the best place to look is on itch.io. They are constantly having jams. So if you just go to itch.io, there's this tab up here, and then dashboard. Oh. Show me more. Oh yeah, down here. You just scroll down. I'm silly. So yeah, they have this whole calendar here. So you can see this pirate software jam, tons of people in this, incredible. Kenny Jam was a while ago. A lot of people like that one because he makes cool stuff. This one just started today. This one just started today. There's quite a few coming up. Oh yeah, there's a ton of these constantly going on. You can cut it down to just like the big ones if you want to. How does it? So, all of these are run by different people. This specific one is run by Thor from Pirate Software. Yeah, I mean it is definitely a task to handle this many people submitting. There's already 54 people are done. But yeah, I mean, as you get bigger, you have to start building out like infrastructure to deal with it. He's hired on multiple jams. There's a lot of people that don't submit, but there's still like a good chunk of them that do, you know. Even if you only had 10% of people actually turn in something, that's over 1,000. And 1,000 games is a good amount to review. So, yeah, it's just a lot of it is time and effort. Not really an easy way around it. Hiring people to look at it. Yeah, he actually, I think, gets he has like other people in the game development community, other like streamers and stuff that help judge and participate in the reviewing of them all. Yeah. That doesn't look too bad. Why is this yelling at me? Null instance with value type. What do you mean? Margin containers not found relative to inventory UI. Set item resource. So inventory UI slot. As far as I can tell, it's right here. Is there something weird over here? Still gotta fix all this. I think you use this one to learn Unity a bit. Probably won't end up submitting. Actually make a better product for a later one. Yeah, I mean, I think one of the things that is hard to do is people join jams and they want it to be like really, really good, but it's the reality of it is like you're joining a jam to throw away some stuff. Give me a second, I gotta do some stuff on the other monitor. You never expect it to be that good, but starting halfway through means you won't have much. Yeah, I mean, it's... There's sort of like a spectrum in terms of learning. Like, there's stuff that you can make in like a day, right? Like if I was like, go make Pong, you'd be like, okay, that'll take me two minutes. It's not a big deal. But it is still objectively like making a game and stuff. And that experience is worthwhile to like learn how to make something, even if you already know how to make it and it's simple. But a lot of the people coming into these game jams are like, you know, everyone thinks that they need to make something impressive, but the definition of something impressive moves as your skills change. So you get a lot of people disappointed in the things that they make because they can't make something that they think is above and beyond. I think game jams can kind of incentivize a little bit of like bad behavior in that way. It's I've heard people say before that it's like before you make something good, you have to prove that you can make something bad, and that's a very hard mindset change. So, you know, it's people always are like, oh, you know, I joined this game jam and then like couldn't do it because this and that and blah blah blah, and it's like, well, yeah, either you were aiming too high and you couldn't realistically pull it off in a week or 2 weeks or a day or whatever it is, or you just like should work on it long term and not try to constrain yourself to a weird time limit. I don't know, game jams kind of go in a weird middle ground for me, but I like complaining about things. So already happy with your rotating cube that you can bounce? Yeah, I mean, like, simple things like that can be fun, and they're more than enough for like just a week or two. Make the DVD bouncing logo and then like have it so that when you click there's fireworks. I'm sure that'll entertain somebody for an hour. Took me a while to be able to control it with the mouse, but it's kind of cool. Yeah, definitely. I mean, like, the stuff that I'm doing over here is, you know, it's not like the craziest things that I can do, you know, like setting up click and drag like potion making thing. It's not crazy, but it's fun to see it be able to like work through it and get the little bits to work. Because everyone jumps ahead in their brain. It's a very natural human thing to do, is just to be like, yeah, I, start coding and then boop, 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 and I've made Call of Duty. But actually going through the process, like, I think some people misunderstand what is interesting about making a thing. And the making of the thing is not having a thing. Because if I wanted to have a thing, I could just go get it from someone else. But making a thing is about learning all the minutia and the tedium and the little things that go into making something. It's like you kind of have to love the frustration more than you love the success. The frustration is what makes the success good, yes. No one would like Mario if it was just a straight walk to the goal. I'm always curious if switching the monitors, like, messes up my recording, but it looks like it's fine. What were you yelling at me about? Something. Yeah, I mean, that seems to be working. Just do that. What do you mean you can't find it? What freaking instance is this on? Speaking of frustration. Didn't even boot up, so I can't use that. Okay. This has inventory UI. These are all inventory slots. And they're instant scenes, so they should have a margin container. Oh, you know what? This is running on export, which is before startup. Okay, are you done yelling at me? No. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. If container dot is ready, can I do that? Is node ready? Then we'll do the fancy stuff. Okay, I'm going to scream. The most annoying thing about this engine is trying to remember when everything's ready. Okay, now it works. Jeez. Okay. Is there a reason that your preferred engine is Unity? I know that one's lost a lot of favor recently. Just familiar with it. That's fair. Yeah, I pretty much have I've just stuck with Godot. When I first started, I looked at all the engines and I was like, free, open source, sold. Godot looks decent, yeah. Very long time to use GameMaker. I use GameMaker a little bit just to play around, but I haven't done too much with it really. It looks fun too. It looks not bad. They had that perpetual license thing for a while, but I don't know if they're still doing that. You won an award for it in high school? Because you... Oh, you made a Mario game in GameMaker. Yeah, one of the things I've always been very, like, sad about because I'm a technical nerd is, it's always, like, the simple things that impress people. Like, I remember when I was, in school, I made, like, an Android app for one of my classes, and did all this fancy stuff of like page views and like learning how to use the OS, and then I had one page that was just a redirect to like the school webpage, and that was the part that everyone thought was the coolest thing. And I was like, come on, I did all this work. You guys just like a redirect? But yeah, it's cool to get like people interested in stuff. I'm glad that your high school was actually like willing to award you for doing things. My high school was not that way. Uh, Sorry, I'm doing some work on the other monitor. Da, 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 da. You made a battle bot which could navigate, remember paths, but instead you kind of move the platform. That's so sad. uh, Battle bots are rad, dude. I wish there was something like a robotics or something in my school. One of the teachers was interested in it, but not too. There wasn't too much funding for it, as far as I know. People do like things I can understand. You guys had Lego Masterminds? What the hell? When I was in school, they had like a teacher that left or something, and they couldn't find a replacement, so they had to get a nearby college professor to jump in, who literally was like running to and from class every time. But she was cool. She had us do like we coded our own like bugs that had access to a grid, and then we had to have them fight each other. So it was like building our own combative AI. What makes you interested in game design, game development, game etc., game jams? Are you one of the many masses influenced by Thor of Pirate Software? Been interested in game development before you knew Thor existed. It's probably the reason for current increased motivation. Yeah, I have a lot of different interests and stuff, and it very much is like having something to keep you in the community, of like a reason to think about it, a reason to engage with it. I think is very important. It's a very good way to keep up motivation, is just to like have someone that you talk to, or like do stuff, or just see stuff done. I think that's one of the best things about what's it called? Social media. You just get like around people who do the things you want to do, and it helps you like kind of stay in that mode and keep working on your own stuff. Every now and then I try to make something, but with uni it can be tough because when it takes me out, you get out of rhythm. Yeah. I really wish there was like a game dev group or meetup around here. Around where? Around where I live. Why you need to know? I live in California. Surely there's stuff in California. Well, California is not just LA and San Francisco. It's there's a lot of places that are pretty rural around here. Very, not as rural as Montana, but you needn't worry, live on the opposite side of the world. Oh, you're in Australia. You're an Australian. I don't know why I tried to come up with a new word for that. I was in Australia. That's one place I've like always thought about visiting. Pretty good, no guns. My father was a war veteran. I've had enough of guns, honestly. Lots of variety between the states as well. Yeah, Australia's pretty dang big from what I remember. Have you like traveled around Australia? Have you been multiple places there, or do you just kind of stick by hometown? Like, I live in California and I have not been everywhere here, but I'm also pretty homebody. You've been to all the East states, but not to WA or NT. Yeah, I think the only places I've been in California are... I've been to Washington. I've been to more south in California. I think that might be it. Okay, I be back. What was I doing? Was it yelling at me for something or other? I don't remember. There was a... I think there was at least recipes somewhere. It's probably in the cauldron. Cinnabar, Mercury. Oh, I forgot to update this one. So this won't work because I have not hooked this up properly yet. Invite item and invite item, just that. Drop data. This is also still not needed. Extract. Item equals data. No idea if this will work, but let's see. Okay, now I gotta hook up the crafting functionality. Surprised that worked so easily. I do need to add... Well, no, I could just access it directly. I don't need to fussy with it. Dot item gradient 2 dot item gradient 3 dot item for recipe in recipes dot values if recipe Did I get disconnected for a second? My internet destroying itself. I actually need to reverse these. Nope, 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 nope. There we go. So if recipe in recipe dot keys, if recipe is equal to the ingredients we have, then player.brew potion. That's a weird way of doing that. You have a direct reference to the player? Yes. Recipes. Recipe. Not. Instance. Duplicate. Health potion is, where is it? Right there. It's an inventory item. It's preloaded. Could do that. Because a name should be there. Why is that one different? Do the potions do anything with the tower defense game, or do you just give them to villagers? You, right now, just give them to villagers. That we're not gonna spend time creating fancy, complicated, you know, interactions in a game jam. Right now, essentially, the potions are just a way of gamifying the split of resources. So you have a single pool of resources, and you either can reduce the amount of enemies you get or increase the amount of offense you have. Very basic, honestly. And then I also need to go... Do I have like a list already? Yeah, ingredients used. Ingredient used. Dot item equals null. Let's go to the player. Inventory. Inventory slot. You get the slot with the item, and then you increase the quantity. Trying to see what the point of all of this is. Wait, if there are less enemies in the tower defense when you give your townspeople what they ask, are the enemies the townspeople? The idea is that the shadows are created from the negative feelings of the townspeople. So the enemies that we have are based off of like what they would like negative feelings, basically. They're like the shadows of the townspeople. So what's this? So we have bother, fret, worry, and woe. Way less dark than my thoughts. Yeah, we're just murdering them in mass. They're like, I put in an order for a health potion, and then you knock on the door at night, and the alchemist just shoots you. Inventory UI. I was thinking we were like the mayor and they were revolting. That would be a different game, still funny. Collect potion inventory, insert item. Item is ingredients legend random. Okay, so I can just use insert, I think. Go back to the cauldron. Insert. And I think that's wrong. I think it needs to be 1, 2, 3. Craft. No. Recipe matched. And then we will print the recipe. And we will print the thing that it's getting. Also, I don't need to insert the name. Craft is being hit. What? If recipe. Okay, I mixed that up a lot. I don't know what I was doing there. Recipe match. Then it did not clear and it did not update what it should. Or at least no, this didn't pull from it. If I go to remote and I actually look at the player inventory. Player potion inventory. Health potion 1, rage potion 1, slime potion 1. Damn it. Okay, well, let's look at this insert. Insert filter slot is empty. Takes an inventory item. Insert and consume. Not the worst. Okay, so let's do this. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I mean, your print statements weren't triggering. I don't know how old that is. It looks like this is working properly, except for it's just not, it's not clearing when it should, which I think is a problem in this. Yeah. I can do that. No, wait, that the cauldron operates on different principles, doesn't it? The print statements after crafting your learn print going through. I mean, they shouldn't, because technically it's eliminating the technically it should only craft once, right? It's just I don't think the visuals were updating. Item equals new item. If item equals null, then clear the texture. I think that's the problem. So 1, 2, 3, craft. Now they're gone. The only problem is that this isn't tied to the player inventory, and the player inventory should be being updated. I'm gonna take a break and eat food. I'm gonna stop streaming and take a break. I've been doing this for a bit. Yep, have a good one. Good luck on your little game stuff. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for hanging out. Catch you later.